guys, so I've spent about a week and a half with the Holbrook Arma, and I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown on the paddle. Two very important things. One, for full disclosure, Holbrook did send me this paddle, but in no way, shape, or form have they influenced this review, and honestly, they're not even going to see this video before it goes live. And two, for the last year and a half, I have mained a hybrid shape. So going to an elongated is slightly jarring. So I'm going to tell you what I really like about the paddle first. Then I'm going to tell you what I do not like about the paddle. But in the event that you don't even want to mess with the rest of this video, you just want to too long, didn't watch, it is a great paddle that I do have a few nitpicks on. But let's get into the substance now. So before I get into the power of this paddle, which probably is like its main selling point, I want to talk about the part of the paddle that is the most surprising to me, and that is dinks. I have never used a metallic weave face. That's what this one specifically has. And I don't know if it's the end-all be-all, but that mixed with the, well, if you're buying this paddle, you probably know, but there's larger cell sizes around here, and then at the top, there's smaller cell sizes. So with the metallic weave and the larger cell sizes down here, dinks just feel very fluid. I'm not going to sit here and try and say there's a ton of dwell time. There really isn't, but it feels easy and fluid. And look, I'm coming from a very stiff facing paddle. I'm coming from Spartus Olympus, and this is better for dinks. Like it just is. Like, and I was very surprised with that, considering I've used that paddle for nearly a year, and I'm on my second one, and I can dink better with this paddle that I just got. I honestly think that that says a lot. So let's talk about the power. It's there, it's a lot, and it's very fun to play with. But in the entire week that I used this, unlike some unnamed paddles, never once at my courts did anyone question the legality of the power of this paddle. So while it is very powerful, it is definitely in check. It has great pop off of the face as well, and personal, it is very good for serves. I could just serve better with this paddle. That probably is from elongated as well, and the spin was, it was a lot. I could curve this ball very nicely when I was serving it. So power and spin, honestly, definitely on point. So let's talk playing with this paddle at the kitchen. I kind of already brought this up, but pop is definitely on point. Feels very, very nice. Great for speed ups. Tons of space for two-handed backhands. And I think, right, twice, as far as I know, playing with an entire week of this paddle, I think I only had it twist in my hand 2 times, which is honestly saying a lot. So let's get into the cons that I was talking about for the Arma. As I mentioned before, mained hybrid for a year and a half, and this is slower at the kitchen. It's not egregiously slower, but after using a hybrid for that long, I can notice it, and I think that comes at the surprise of nobody. In terms of looks, and this is really getting into the weeds right here, I don't particularly care for how it looks. I think that it's busy, and I am probably the only person at my courts that thought that. I like a very minimal paddle, and at the end of the day, this doesn't even matter, dude. Like I'm just looking for the small nitpicks at this point. Honestly, here's probably my biggest concern with this paddle. If you've seen the skeleton of this, there's a lot of new tech going on under here. The way that they weave in the different cells, it's got a bunch of foam around here, and this plays beautifully. I do not know how long that it will last. It looks like Holbrook is saying that the durability is definitely there, and I 100% want to trust them. But I don't know, just because this is something new that's under the hood. So You kind of just have to wait and see. To wrap it up, my final thoughts on the Arma, durability uncertainty aside, I think this is a powerful, fun paddle to play with that you can definitely control your dinks very well with. Do you do you want it all, dude? Um, if if you are able to cast aside the uncertainty of the durability, I honestly think that you're going to love this paddle. If you play with an elongated already, then you're going to be in heaven, because I think that was the only thing that was a little jarring for me, was to get into an elongated from a hybrid. But it's fun, dude. Like, at the end of the day, it's a really fun paddle.
This might not apply to everyone, but I'll tell you what, it does a very good job of making sure you don't get the sink dirty with your hair.